my channel. So it's been a while. I think it's been 3, almost 4 months since I've posted on here. I kind of left you hanging on the Every Bit Counts challenge. Sorry about that. It was getting so repetitive because everything I was doing was the same thing I had done before, so I just stopped. And I have a few videos after that that I actually never published, so I'm just going to ignore them. I'm going to start all over. And I'm going to hit the Vlogmas boat, hopefully. So I have Vlogmas Day 1 that I'm going to do today. I bought myself the Aldi Coffee Advent Calendar. I'm not sure it's calendar, but anyway, so I'm going to share with you what coffee I got today, and then we'll sit down and have a chat and catch you up with what's been happening. Right, it's probably really hard to see this, but this is the Aldi Coffee Advent Calendar. I haven't opened it up yet, so thought we would open it up together. Let's see if I can find, there we go. Open it up and see what flavor of coffee is today for the first one. Huh, that's really neat. I've always wanted to get one, so this was kind of like my special thing to do it. So day 1 is chocolate cherry coffee. All right, so let's head over to my Keurig and let's make our Christmas coffee. So you see me make my cup of coffee. I put in some vanilla collagen, and then I added coconut cream. I can't do dairy. I finally got released from the no dairy jail. But because I know what dairy does to me, especially cream, I'm choosing to go low dairy, I guess you could call it. I do dairy kefir for breakfast. And occasionally when I go somewhere, I'll have dairy, but I try to keep at home anyway to either using goat or coconut. I'm not a huge fan of cashew or oat milk. I have used it in the past. I'm more wanting to go with the natural thing instead of the weirdo thing. So anyway, I'll try this. That is actually really good. It tastes like cherry. That's delicious. Good job, Aldi. I'm really glad that I was able to find the Advent Calendar for coffee. I see them almost every year, but this year I was at Aldi with my son, and he wanted to get it for his girlfriend. So I don't remember which one of us saw it first, but I was like, oh, I always wanted to get one of those. He's like, just get it, Mom. You could, because I forgot to bring my money in. He's like, I'll just pay it for it and you can get it back. So I'm really glad that I did, because they are never there very long. I feel like if you're there in the store, when they have them, grab them. So I actually got my the coffee one, and I bought the tea one, which, if you know me or anything about me, I like herbal tea, but I do not like black tea. But I have a special purpose for the tea one. And even though it's an Advent calendar, I'm going to do something special with it. I would like to do something with my daughter-in-law. So I don't know if I've talked much about her, but she's like the sweetest person. My son couldn't have picked a better mate, because she's an amazing person and I love her. It's like I finally got another daughter. I only have one and now I have two, so it's extra special. And she's the sweetest thing. She does sourdough, which is kind of a treat for me because that's one of the few things that I can't eat. And it's been nice. She spoils me and sends something sourdough every once in a while. It's like, oh. So anyway, sorry for the long ramble. So what's been up with me? Well, not a lot. I really did a lot of gardening this year. I wouldn't say it's my biggest garden. It was bigger than I did last year. But I think the biggest thing this year that caught me off guard was just the amount of time I had to spend canning and preserving it. And I've always done it before. And just this year, it just seemed like so much more. But I did a lot of dry beans this year, and I took a lot of time. Didn't do many. I did do green beans, but not a whole lot. And just the fact that my squash and pumpkins did okay, but it was just the repetitiveness of doing so many things. Like I succession plant, which worked out perfectly. I planted flowers. It really kept me busy. And right now I have multiple boxes of food, whatever you want to call it, that I still need to process. I have carrots and different things, and it's just trying to find the time to get it all done. And I haven't been sharing it because I literally will do one batch of carrots one day, do another batch the next day, and it's so repetitive. I don't think you really want to see that. That was kind of the reason I stopped doing the Every Bit Counts challenge, because it was so repetitive. I literally canned the same thing so many times. It was just because that's what I had to do, and I hated the fact that it was the same thing over and over. So even though I actually did do the challenge to the end, I actually do the challenge for 6 weeks. I just didn't have any more to share that wasn't repetitive, so I quit. And then once you get out of the habit, it's really hard to get back in. So moving forward, just for December, I'm going to do Vlogmas. So hopefully I'm actually going to hopefully do the entire month of December. Mostly that's just because hard as I am, I will end up missing a few days. And I feel like if I do it the entire month of December, I'm hoping I'll get back into a good groove of doing it. I've made a few changes so that I can spend the time that I need to edit and different things. So I'm still going to do, or I still do Trim Healthy Mama, but I'm not necessarily, how should I say this? I am not sure how much of it I will include, other than I will do meal prep like I have been. And I'm not sure that I will do a meal plan. Now I might share it, but I'm not going to do like a devoted video to it, I think. I do plan to share my grocery hauls. I will do them a bit differently just because I have to feed multiple different ways, and I haven't really shown that, but that's what it is, and it's not just what I'm doing now. So It's a little bit different. Had a few things that just, yeah, it's been a challenge. So it'll change a little bit. And then I believe next year, I would kind of like to change it all over to somewhat of a homestead style, mostly because that's more what I'm going towards. I haven't really been grocery shopping, honestly, because I still have stuff from my garden. I picked my last strawberries last week. I have celery, lettuce. I mean, I still have stuff. So I don't really have grocery hauls right now. I'm using things from my pantry or whatever you want to call it. I don't have a cellar, so I'm using things that I have stored away. So I do intend to share that, but that's just mostly because that's how I do things. It's just a little bit different than what most people do. So I will share my grocery hauls, but I don't go grocery shopping every week. I go grocery shopping 2 to 3 times a week. And if I go, I get 10 things maybe. That's how I keep my grocery budget so low. But I also have some things in my garden boxes this year. So we'll see how much of it I actually have to go buy. And yeah, we'll just see. So it's just going to be a little bit different. I'm trying to more take the focus off the term healthy mama. They are going more towards the medical side of it. And I've tried to stay out of that just because that's not the direction I want to go. If they want to go to that, that's fine. But it's not my thing. And I'm trying to do it the food way. So that's more what I'm going to do. And hopefully I won't bore you to death. And it'll get a little bit more interesting other than today. So today is just basically me and my cup of coffee. And did you see this cup? Isn't this adorable? So my son and his wife, then fiance, took me to, we have something here called the Paint Art Center. And it was I've only been there like once or twice when I was a kid. It was really, really neat. And I love the nutcrackers. But I don't think she realized how much I love the nutcrackers. And then for Christmas, that's what she got me. I love this mug. It is so adorable. She's got me, I think she got me another mug. I was going to show you, but it's not on my nightstand over here. But it was so cute. They went to Florida on their honeymoon and she brought me back a mug. And I was like, aw. I mean, who thinks of their parents on their honeymoon? That's why I say she's the sweetest person ever. So I'm keeping her all to myself and I'm not sharing her. I just think she's an amazing person. My son did a great job picking a wife. So no complaints from me. He used to jokingly tell me, you need to just pick somebody for me. I was like, no, you go find your own. I'm sure you'll do a good job. And he did. And I love her. So anyway, I will hopefully see you tomorrow. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to be sharing tomorrow other than the coffee. So we'll see what flavor is tomorrow. This cherry one is delicious. So if you ever have a chance to get the Aldi Coffee Advent Calendar, do it because it's amazing. So I'll see you later. Bye.